This is the new CD series that I picked up on Saturday in Seattle. Yeah, it's Gregg Braden's The Spontaneous Healing of Belief. I just wanted to get my legs in order. Got a new plan. Still have the intention of walking by November 30th, 2013. I am going to continue with my T25 workout Monday through Friday. I am adding 20 minutes of meditation 3 times a day, morning or right before lunchtime and around 4 p.m. in the afternoon. And I am currently just looking at the HeartMath website. There's some desktop, there's a desktop app. There's also an app for the iPhone, iPod, iPad, I guess it is. All 3 of those. An interface, it clips onto the ear and it registers your heart rate, and the idea is to build coherence, and it gives you some charts. So I'm learning about that. I am not sure what to say about this notepad full of notes from nine hours of lectures on Saturday from Gregg Davidson. It's a stockbroker, isn't it? Gregg Braden and Joe Dispenza. At one of Joe Dispenza's workshops, he mentions a woman with MS that is walking again after 4 days of meditation. He also mentioned somebody with MS that's walking after 1 day of meditation. So here I am talking about walking on November 30th. So really, if I apply my homeschooled learning and put it into acceleration for the art of meditation, there's no reason why I can't do that without having to ship my body off to a workshop somewhere. Although maybe I could ship myself off to Olympia or wherever Joe Dispenza's office is, because he's about 3 hours from here. So perhaps I'll get in touch with him. It'd be nice to speak with him directly. I heard his story about how he used to be a triathlete and was biking in a race and was hit from a driver doing 50 miles an hour, rear-ended, broke several vertebrae, compression fracture, I think he said T7, 8, 9, and 10. Doctors told him they wanted to cut him open and put a Harrington rod in his back, 12-inch rod. I seen a Harrington rod actually put in somebody when I was an operating room technician working Desert Storm in Saudi Arabia. I brought my camera into the OR, and the doctors actually posed around this patient as they had put this Harrington rod. Now they had him cut open all the way down the spine. They placed this device, kind of silver looking thing, looks like a caterpillar almost with legs coming out here, and they just fit it right down around the spine and sewed him back up. Doesn't look like there'd be a lot of mobility, and that was Joe Dispenza's question to his surgeon. I don't think I'll have a lot of mobility in my lumbar region. And he said, well, of course not. And so he thought about it and decided he would not have the surgery despite what the doctors had recommended, and decided to focus in on visualizing in his mind every day 2-hour stretches, rebuilding his vertebrae, because he said the power that designed the body can heal the body. So he sat there and thought he would get in touch with the power that created his body and visualized the spine and vertebrae backbone healing itself. And he says 10 weeks later he walked out of the hospital. So I've been learning as much as I can from Joe Dispenza, from Gregg Braden, from as many instructors as I can. If you've got any suggestions on how to efficiently get up to speed on meditation, let me know. I'm not an expert, although I did spend some time doing some meditation in my karate class when I was at Central over in Ellensburg. We would walk onto the mat and do some of our meditation, a couple minutes at the beginning and at the ending of the class, as well as with the Tong Sado class through DS Karate. Same thing with a little bit of meditation here and there. I also did take a meditation class at Central. That was kind of interesting. Trying to learn how to just focus on your breathing and shutting out the thoughts. The types of meditation that Joe Dispenza is using, he mentions focusing on the energy centers and the space between the energy centers. And of course, atoms are mostly comprised of information in between the atoms. There's mostly space in between the neutron and the electrons. So focus on the space between and the space outside of those energy centers. My search is going to take me to what other styles of meditation he's using, and if it takes showing up to one of those workshops, I'll show up to one of those workshops. If it takes getting on board with HeartMath and looking at this software, there is a free training class they offer by telephone for their iOS app, and as well as for their desktop app. It's held at noon on Tuesdays for the iOS system and 2 p.m. on Wednesdays for the desktop system. So I've marked both of those into my calendar. So wish me luck. I'm going to be walking again November 30th, 2013. And you have a wonderful evening. And don't forget to drink lots of water. Do some stretching, do your workout. Oh, hey, this is what Gregg Braden said he learned from the 120-year-old woman. Asked her, what is your secret to longevity? And what is your exercise program? You know, she mentioned focusing on compassion and caring and love. And this was her exercise. I'm not sure how long she was doing this exercise, but this is it. Keeping it simple.